So I was asked, and I tried to find the subscriber or the viewer who asked me to show how my setup was for doing my hair. Well, I couldn't find it, but I did record what my setup looked like, and then I also made myself my own DIY three-way mirror. And so I want to explain my three-way mirror and then show what my setup looks like when I do my hair, because I get a lot of questions about how I retie the back of my hair. So without further ado, let's get into
It's Tiffany Miss Clark, and she's married to the camera, baby.
So right now, what you see is the ironing board that has the clips, the latch hook. You see my lights, because you got to have a lot of light when you're doing, well, for me, when I'm doing my hair, I have to have a lot of light, and I want it directly in front of me. And so the iPad, and there's the mirror in the back. There's a mirror that's on the door that's in the other room. It's like a little vanity mirror. And then there's a small circle mirror, and then another circle mirror, and then I have the tall like door hanging mirror with the tape on the back so that I can get my angle. So lots of mirrors, lots of light, because I have to see the back of my hair. But that was it. That's what the setup looked like. Now I'm going to show you how I made my three-way mirror, which enhanced how the setup is now for me doing my hair. It is great. And then I'm going to also show you some clips of me doing my most recent retie from a distance. That way you can see how my hands are and how I'm using the mirrors to help me keep all of my action back here. Whereas with the first setup, I was doing the action with one mirror in the front, parting, filling the part, and then, tying it. Still able to keep my line straight, but now everything is focused where it needs to be, and I don't have to operate like I have 8 arms. It's amazing. I love it. Stay tuned. So this is a visual of the supplies. I have a tri-board, some tape, a box cutter, measuring tape, and then 3 of those mirrors that I got from Michael's that I'll list in the description box below. I'll put everything that I used. So right now what I'm doing is I am placing the mirrors on the tri-board and getting the spacing according to how I like it. Now I put those gloves on to have as few fingerprints on the mirrors as possible, but I'm going to tell you right now, that mirror at the end of this was loaded with fingerprints. So as you can see, I'm just placing the 3 mirrors. I have them all where I want them, and now I'm doing a little bit of measuring just to make sure what I think is that they line up where I want them to. I definitely did some more adjusting as I actually taped the mirrors into place. So again, just putting the mirrors, getting them spaced out according to my liking before I start taping them down. I move right over into tracing the mirrors now. So I'm using a pen just to draw the lines of where the mirrors, according to my measurements, where they are going to lay. very quickly I'm showing how I measure the bottom, or the bottom half of the mirror stand with the top, and I'm just placing a little mark. That way I know how much excess of the triboard to cut off. That's all I'm doing right here. And then I'm going to draw a straight line across to help me with cutting that excess off of the triboard. So right here, I cut to the edge of one of the mirrors, of one of the mirror boxes that I traced out. I cut all the way to the edge. Before, I was leaving a little bit of room. That way I could pick up the three-way mirror without always touching directly on the mirror. But on one of the edges, I cut away that excess space because I felt like it would allow for the triboard to close more flatly. And as you can see right here, I'm folding it and it lays completely on top of each other. There's no gap. And so that's why I cut to one of the edges. You don't have to. And to be honest, my mirror still does not close flat, but I thought that I would create that space. So I did it on mine. You don't have to necessarily do it on yours. And then I move right into placing the mirror within the box lines. This is the edge where I cut directly to the edge. So I just wanted to make sure, it still fit. And then I'm going to check the other side just to make sure. And yeah, everything fits nicely. I'm labeling this the bottom. That way when I'm taping, I don't get confused. Now I use this sparkly tape that I got from Michael's, and I thought it would be nice to give the mirror some type of texture, or just not make it look like just glass. This tape is not the tape that I would recommend using because it does not hold tight, and I feared picking up this DIY mirror and everything sliding off. So I went and found some packing tape that I had, as you can see my box of tape over there. Found some packing tape and it worked perfect. Like, the mirrors are definitely in place. They're not going anywhere. And the tape didn't, as I placed the mirrors, the tape did not get cut by the mirrors. Like, it laid perfect. So I recommend duct tape or packing tape. This was really, really thin. That's another thing that I liked about it. I mean, I wished it had some type of color or texture to it, but I'm okay. I'm okay with how it came out because I know that it is going to be held in place. So right here, I'm showing you what it looks like when I add my ring light. Oh my goodness, isn't that nice? And because there are mirrors, when you put the light in it, like it just magnifies what you're able to see and everything. Now this would probably look really nice if you could add like vanity lights to it, maybe make your mirror a little bit bigger, but for me this is perfect. I am able to see all around my head, and the light just adds that last little okay, this is perfect. So there it is with the ring light. I'm showing you how I did the back of my hair. Again, as you can see, I have that door mirror, the one with the masking tape on the back. I have that so that I can, have a mirror in the front of me, because of course to be able to see the back, I need a mirror in the front. And so that's one that I can move around anywhere, where it doesn't matter where I place my DIY mirror. I'm able to see the back of my head from 3 different angles. And then right here, I'm showing you how I did the front of my hair using, again, that door mirror as a back mirror now, and then my 3-way mirror in the front so I can see the different sides of the front of my head. Absolutely love my DIY mirror. I really like how it has enhanced the setup for me doing my hair. If you do a DIY 3-way mirror, I want to see. Show me. Thanks for watching.
I bet you wanna like me. I bet you wanna own me.